Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tyron'e Southern's Cooking back at you today with another video. Alright, what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be doing us another 3-layer caramel cake, but this time we're going to put pecans in it. That's what we're going to do different. We got our 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We got 2 3/4 of a cup of sugar, white sugar. We got salt, we got baking powder, we got vanilla extract, we got our butter, 3 sticks of butter. We got a cup of milk, and we got 5 eggs, and we got our pecans. We got to chop up a little bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take the paper off this butter here and mix our sugar up and get it mixed up. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our butter in, 3 sticks of butter. And we're going to go ahead and add our sugar. And we're going to blend this up real good, about 10 minutes. We'll be back when we get it creamy. All right, y'all, we got our sugar and eggs, not sugar and butter mixed up. You see the difference, how it look, and the texture of it. That's how you want to get it. So now we're finna go ahead and start mixing our eggs. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and put a tablespoon of baking powder in our flour. Gonna put a little salt. And we're going to mix that up. We're going to start adding our flour. We're going to go ahead and put our vanilla extract in our mixture as well. Make sure we don't forget nothing. All right. Go ahead and start adding a little flour. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add a little milk on top of it. Milk is room temperature. We're going to have to scrape our sides. Go ahead and add some more flour. We're just going to go ahead and add the rest of this in there. Add the rest of our milk. We're going to scrape our sides. All right, y'all, we got our pecans. What we're gonna do, we're gonna fold our pecans into our mixture. We're gonna fold it in, just like that there. Now what we're gonna do, we got our pans right now. We're gonna go ahead and spray them real good. I don't know if I want to make a. We're gonna see how this is gonna roll. The spray don't want to come out. Oh, that ain't good, y'all. My spray don't want to work. All right, we're gonna try to divide this evenly within all the pans. Get this in here right, y'all. All right, y'all. See what we got. So can we get this mixed up? We gotta do a lot of shaking. All right, y'all, we got it even as we can. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven on 350 for about 32 minutes. All right, y'all, our cakes done came out the oven. We finna let them cool off. All right, y'all, we finna go ahead and make our caramel. We're gonna put in a stick and 3/4 of another stick. I usually use 2 sticks. So I'm gonna put in what I got today. And what we got, we're gonna go ahead and let this melt. Then we're gonna put in our, instead of me using 2 sticks of butter, I think I'm gonna cut down on my sugar. So we're gonna get this to melt first. All right, y'all, we got our butter melted. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and add, we took out a little brown sugar. So we got about 2 3/4 cup of brown sugar. We'll go ahead and stir that in. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our milk in. Not our milk, but our heavy cream. It's 2 cups of heavy cream right here. It's a little bit left in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this right here in here. We're gonna go ahead and put in a little vanilla extract. And a little salt. You don't have to use cornstarch if you don't have none, but I got just a little bit left in this right here. So we're gonna go ahead and use the rest of this in right here, what we got here. That don't need now. All right, you have to kind of keep stirring this. You can't just let this sit and boil. And when it come up to boil, you're going to see how it's going to start boiling at first. But when you know when it's just about done, the boiling going to come down to like you turned the stove down. All right, now you see how that boiled there? How it's boiling now? When it get about done, it's going to calm down like you turned the stove down. Like I say, you have to kind of keep stirring it now. We still boiling. And not only that, you'll feel it getting a little thicker as you stir it. And let you know it's time to take it off the eye. All right, the cooking process slowing down now. Now we just waiting for it to start thickening up. Feel like it's thickening it up a little bit. We let it cook for a few more minutes and see what it do. All right, we finna take it off and see what it do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start putting this caramel on top of this cake. And as it cool even more, the thicker it's gonna get. So you don't want it to be too thick to put it on. In case it do get too thick on you, what you do is put some milk in it and put it back on the stove and loosen it back up. So we're gonna kind of get close to this right here. Try not to spill too much of this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this cake and we'll be back. All right, y'all, here's our pecan cake. Caramel cake here. All right, we're finna cut a piece of it and see what's going on in the inside. The more you let it sit up, the cooler it get, the harder the caramel get. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's our slice of cake here. Here's the inside of the cake right there. All right, y'all, we're finna taste a little piece of this cake here and see what's going on. Which I know is good. Ain't too sweet. Caramel good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed the video. Put a thumbs up, ring the bell. Everybody have a great day. Peace.